sound the bell now to start this battle between a couple of the sons of the British Empire. And we have moved back into ring number 1, as you can tell. There is a ring between the camera and the ring in which these two men are wrestling. But you are looking right now against the ropes, Sir Jonathan Boyd, or Lord Jonathan Boyd. And Jonathan Boyd happens to be a royal kangaroo. He hails from Australia. And his opponent, Les Thornton. And Les Thornton comes from Birmingham, England. And here we find out that the sun never sets on British wrestling, because they can meet in a Texas ring, and Les Thornton has a lot of friends in this audience. The referee is Branko Ljubic, and the time limit, 15 minutes or less. Boyd reaches in with that powerful hand of his and goes under the chin and goes for the throat of Thornton, but he has done nothing but arouse the temper of Les Thornton. Standing arm lock for Les as Sir Jonathan Boyd gets into a well-balanced stance and tries to execute some force. Now he went down and he's claiming that his hair was pulled and that that Les Thornton pulled him by the hair. Now we were watching that rather closely, and I could have sworn that Les Thornton kept his hands on the arm on which he was applying that hold. He has come back in here again for much the same type of pressure. So Boyd now is complaining again and bitterly that Les Thornton has jerked him by the hair on a couple of occasions. There's a nice move by Les Thornton, and oh, how he can execute those things. These two men are about even in size, both height and weight, and about even in many other measurements. And I would say that they have about equal amounts of wrestling experience, but Boyd prefers the knock him down and then punish him some more technique. But come to think of it, Australians are a lot like that. Fair dinkum. He's putting the pressure toward the outside, and there he came again with the same thing. He brought that right leg up and it threw it over, and it helped the left one, and he snapped it right in there for a quick turnover. So Les Thornton was accused that time, and this time Branko Ljubic did not break the hold. He was in a better position to see what was going on. So Thornton drops his weight, looks to give him a Charlie horse in that upper arm muscle, and maintains the pressure. He's got a twist on that right now. Boyd looking for an opening. He's trying to placate Les Thornton, trying to get him ease up on the pressure by disarming him psychologically. It sometimes works. Give him some, you give him something to think about beside twisting your arm. And when you stick a finger in his eye, you're just likely to do that. Jonathan Boyd had a rude contact with the ropes that time. A lot of give and take, and here is Boyd. That time it looked to me like he had a thumb stuck out in front of that fist as it moved, and that he stuck it right into the throat of Les Thornton. Boyd putting the pressure on the chin. 5 minutes have gone by. 10 minutes remain as the Australian now has his knee right in behind the neck of Les Thornton. And that pressure he was putting on there was reinforced by the placement of that knee. So Boyd takes a hammerlock. He puts a lot of pressure on it there, keeps a tight move, and there is a nice escape. He switched his body over there and comes up with the figure 4 arm lock, and he's across the Australian's body, but Thornton's the man calling the shots, and he has changed that hold for something else. Let's see what he intends to do. I see. He likes the idea of dropping his weight where it can Charlie horse Jonathan Boyd. So Branko Ljubic checks the hold and checks both Les Thornton and Boyd. The pressure is on there. He's kicking him in the thigh, on the inside part of the thigh or the knee. Boyd now going for the figure 4 leg lock, sometimes called a Japanese leg lock, but it depends. He's got to turn him over on his face and then bend him in half, and then he may be able to call it a Japanese leg lock. So Thornton is not yet ready to capitulate. The Australian has a foot in the face that'll do him damage, for sure it did. Inside bar toe hold. Les Thornton leaning in there, leaning with his weight on the inside of the knee. Good solid place to do it. We've got a great crowd on hand here tonight to start the year 1980 in the Sam Houston Coliseum. We're going to continue next Friday night. More of the same. And 1980, we're going after the record that was set in 1979, and that was a record-breaking year. Les Thornton went over to the edge of the ring that time to say something to somebody, and probably has reason to regret it right now. He's trying to set Boyd up, set him up and knock him down. And here is Boyd finding the opening, and rather it was Thornton finding the opening on Boyd, forgive me, and he's trying to make another one. If he can get those shoulders down there for the required 3, this match is going to end. Boyd is hard to pin. There is a backbreaker, a sweeping move and a quick backbreaker, but Thornton did not drop him squarely on his knee, and the knee buckled. And he has problems right now with the knee. He dropped him on that right knee after he scooped him up, and it gave way. What that hold depends on is having your knee at the proper angle to the mat and then dropping a man so that he comes down on top of it. Here's the Australian trying the business of chopping his head off. He did it. Les Thornton, cut down in his prime. Sir Jonathan Boyd, Lord Jonathan Boyd is the winner, and the Australian has gained the win over the Englishman. In Love TV, well, you find that Gary and Willie Love have no arguments. There's always plenty of love and plenty of TV.